Yes, I know. Periods, huh? Why am I talking about periods today? Well, it actually all started with this. So yeah, professional League of Legends streamer Whippo facing backlash after saying women should avoid competitive gaming during their periods. There is a time of the month where you should not be playing competitive games as a woman.
Proper support system for women to go through what they're going through when it comes to competition, in my opinion, at least. And I think a lot of people, like even men that play this game, just tilt out of their fucking minds when they play League of Legends. So when a woman is on the wrong part of the month to play competitively, right? I mean, there's a time in the month where you should not be fucking playing competitive games as a woman, in my opinion. This is my experience. I've lived with one a while. She played a lot of League Ranked. It was just like, it was really obvious when she was just getting super irritated at every little thing. And that's not trying to be sexist or anything, it's just the way it was. I think understanding, like, this is not a good time right now to, you know, actually just get up and grind. This is a time for me to relax and maybe do a bit more VOD reviewing, maybe do a bit more, you know, looking at the game. Maybe have a different account entirely to play when I'm... I think these can be solutions in order to make it a much more fair playing field. And I think ultimately the problem with this is, well, competition isn't going to schedule around your period or, you know, weeks in the month where you're just not.
Okay.
You don't have as much room to be competitive, basically. Because I don't think it's not possible, I just think it's much harder.
Dang, okay, so now we have the full context of the clip, chat. So I like how he was trying his best to be respectful. I think we can acknowledge that. Like, being on your period, I don't know if it affects your gameplay or not. Okay, so Mimi, there are many things that affect a woman. The cramp status, the blood flow, the type of person, the moody the woman is in. So I do have a little bit of experience, I would say. Back in the day when I went to college, I lived with my girlfriend, who people said was crazy, okay? And when she would have anger or lash out, she would in fact blame her period, chat. So was she lying? Is that the case? And by the way, I never blamed her period. I had no words on that. You even said she was crazy. No. They said she was crazy. I thought that she was an angel. She was fine. I'm gonna be honest. I was just an asshole. Comfy's laughing, not taking it seriously. I mean, it's kind of goofy in a way, right? Like his entire esports career is getting, like basically getting 9/11'd right now because he said women on their periods cannot perform efficiently, right? I mean, he said it. I didn't say that. I'm not saying that. I don't necessarily believe it, but I also don't know if that's true. Like, I kind of want to like just explore this idea a bit, you know. Let me give you an example of an instance where my girlfriend at that time blamed her period. So me and the boys, we would hang out like at like 12 a.m. when we wanted to like game. Like we would play games in the evening, like we'd play League, we'd play whatever. And then in the evening, one night at 12 a.m., my girlfriend said, hey, she was going to bed, and normally we went to bed together, right? We just go sleep at the same time. It was like 12 a.m. I said, okay, cool. I just want to game with my friends. You can go to bed by yourself. And then she seemed perfectly fine. 1 hour later, we hear a thud, like a loud thud at my door, okay? Like where my bedroom is, like we had the master bedroom. And I find her, I go to check. I find her on the floor, not on the bed. She threw the pillow at the door. She was pissed because I stayed out with my friend. And then a few days later, she apologized for that. Yeah, and she's like, yeah, I was just on my period, to be honest. Yeah. Like, if I just search it up, because this is like the topic of the day, like, oh man, game terminated, period detected. You can't even use her period account anymore. Let's see. Yeah, being called out for being on her period. Please don't be mean if I play poorly playing on my period account. All right, here we go, chat. Research suggests that physical and psychological effects of the menstrual cycle, such as fatigue, pain, and heightened emotions, can negatively affect competitive performance in some female athletes. However, the impact is highly individual, and many athletes report feeling no change during certain phases. Okay, so yeah, it's like varied, just like as we thought.